What's up, everybody? How we doing today? Dan over at Thirdish. Hope you guys are doing good. Wanted to jump on here and talk about fear, stage fright, all that kind of stuff, performing in front of other people without losing it completely, you know what I mean? We've all been there. So I'm going to share a couple things that have worked for me, okay? But they might not work for you. I don't know. But I'm going to share them anyway. We've all been there. This one time, I'll tell you a couple stories. One time I was at this, I used to live in this apartment outside of a city, and it was a garden, I guess they call it a garden style apartment, and there's people always, walking around outside. I think I would know a piece, I think I'd know it pretty good. And then somebody would walk by, you'd hear him like walking, and it was just like crushed. Like everything I had in my head was gone, like just blank slate, And I think it had a lot to do with the way I was learning music through memorization instead of knowing functional harmony and that kind of thing. So that's a big part of it. Like if you're going in to like deliver a speech, like you were in grade school or college, if you ever had to do any public speaking and you had to memorize a speech versus just going in and having a talk, like I'm talking to you guys, completely different animals. So I'm more on the conversation side of things now, and that's what this advice is kind of lean to, But we've all been there, for sure. So another way I can illustrate this is with a quick story, hypothetical. But we've done it. I probably, most of us have done this. So have you ever been in like a rainstorm and your car is, it's, you could be driving it, or maybe it's just in the, you ran out to get something. It doesn't really matter. But, you see a break in the weather, right? You slam your door after you're done doing whatever you had to do and start running towards the house. You got puddles that you're jumping in, jumping over, jumping into. Shoes are wet. Everything, you just wheeling it to the house. Get to the house, you take your shoes off, you look out the window, and your window's open. Man, you got the lightning going, you got all the stuff going, your car's getting drenched, running out in your socks, running through the driveway to go get your window rolled up before, all the electric gets destroyed in your car. That's kind of another way to do it, where you're the secondary concern. All of a sudden, you're not afraid of the lightning and the storm, which you should be anyway, but you're more concerned about your car getting trashed, so you run out there in your socks, It's another way to look at it, is putting yourself in that secondary role. So it's not me performing, it's our guests and listeners, getting what they came there for. You know what I mean? So it could be a service for a church, providing solace to, the people that gathered there. It could be your family at Christmas or something like that, whatever holiday you celebrate, that you're just bringing joy to people. It could be people, if you're playing like farmers markets or something like that, you could be helping people dance by the gazebo or whatever's going on over there, that kind of thing. Just the important thing to remember is that you're the secondary role because you're providing the entertainment to the people. So it's not so much, I hope I don't screw this up, more than, you know what I mean? It's not that kind of a thought. It's not like, boy, I hope I don't screw this up, versus, this band could really use some help filling out that piano sound, or this service could really use piano to kind of fill out the service, or the keyboards are really going to add this note to whatever's going on. You know what I mean? It's going to fill up that space, and the room deserves it. That's just the way I like to think about it. It pushes me into the secondary role, and I'm not so much concerned about myself anymore. I'm more concerned about, other people and what they came there for, and it gets me out of my own head, so I'm not worried about it as much. But Jim Rohn used to say, you can't really get rid of fear, but you can beat it back into an itty-bitty corner or something like that. And I think that's good advice. And it's also important to remember where you are, like if you're in a beautiful facility, or you're in a church, or, someone's home or something like that. And, it's being grateful and like you already won. You're there. You're providing this beautiful music for people to enjoy. You already won, so it's just a matter of bringing your listeners along for the experience. So that's the way I like to think about it, and that's what's helped me. But I know I don't have the answer for everybody. So if you have an answer that's different than that, I'd love to hear it, and I'm sure other people would too. We all live in places all over the world, right? I'm in New York. Got people in New Zealand. We got people all over the place. So it's pretty cool. Like, you could leave a comment in there. What helps you get through your performances or whatever you're working on, and it might benefit someone on a different continent. It's pretty cool. So that's what this channel's all about. Leave a comment below about what helps you through performance, that kind of thing. So, all right, I'll see you in the next one. If you have any questions, like usual, just put them in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer them. See you in the next one. Take care.